And today's topic is I'm giving you one tip that will quickly help to calm down your horse riding nerves. So, useful if you're going to a horse show or a clinic, or just something happens when you're out riding that triggers your anxiety a little bit. And this is your first time joining me. I'm Ann Gage, the horse riding confidence coach, and I help anxious horse riders get back in the saddle with confidence and enjoy every ride. And I'm the author of the book, Confident Rider, Confident Horse, which is available on my website. There's a PDF version you can download instantly, or you can order your own lovely paperback version. So, on to today's live stream. If you're joining me live, then say hi, let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, type in hi and let me know that you're watching. I want to be bringing you valuable, useful information in these live streams. So you can also share, and tag somebody else who might find this information helpful. Let's get this information out to as many people as possible. So, what is this tip? Well, first of all, what's going on when you're feeling anxious? Of course, anxiety is perfectly natural, and it's something that we do need because it is meant to keep us safe. Unfortunately, it sometimes gets triggered in ways that aren't very helpful. And if that anxiety escalates, so anxiety can just make you more aware of what's happening around you. So it can give you a boost of energy because there's that adrenaline, and that adrenaline is part of our fight or flight system. That's part of that fear that gets triggered, but it's meant to help us be alert to what's going around us and then act quickly in a way to keep ourselves safe. The problem is that it doesn't become very helpful when you're sitting on a horse, and that anxiety can cause tension in your body, which then of course affects your horse. And if that anxiety gets worse, it affects your ability to make good decisions and to react appropriately to what is going on. So, depending on what's going on in the situation, the right decision or a good decision might be to get off your horse because he's becoming so unsettled, or the situation is becoming so dangerous that you're better off to be on the ground dealing with it. Or it could be simply to ride your horse away from the area where you're both feeling anxious, or you're feeling anxious, or he's feeling anxious. So we want to be able to make clear decisions. We want our body to still be able to move and react in helpful ways rather than freezing up or just getting tight and bracing against our horse. So how do you slow that all down? Well, what happens when you get anxious? One of the physical symptoms of anxiety is that in order to get a lot of oxygen into our bodies quickly to prepare us for fighting or fleeing, is that we inhale more than we exhale. So if you've ever seen somebody who's hyperventilating, they're just in sort of a panic mode, and they are just breathing in without hardly breathing out. And that just puts way too much oxygen into their body. And what do you do to help somebody who is hyperventilating? Is you get them to breathe into a paper bag, because now they're taking in more carbon dioxide, decreasing the level of oxygen going in, and that just starts to calm the body down. So we can do something similar when you start to feel that anxiety, and changing your breathing. And the simplest and fastest way to change your breathing without having to think too much about it is to make your exhale longer than your inhale. You can practice this when you are feeling calm, so that it becomes much more sort of second nature to you, so that your body will go into that mode when you start to feel a little bit anxious. So you can do it as simply as inhaling for a count of 3 and exhaling for a count of 5. So inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just doing a few rounds of that. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5 is enough to start to slow everything down. You'll notice that your heart rate decreases, right? That adrenaline starts to dissipate. So you can do it for longer periods. So you can breathe in for 7 and exhale for 11. The number doesn't really matter as long as your exhale is longer than your inhale. So there's your quick tip for calming those nerves. So before you're going into the ring for your horse show, before it's your time to have the clinician's attention on you at a clinic, or something has just happened during your ride that's got you a little unsettled. I hope you found that information helpful. And if you need help with your confidence, if it's more than just needing to calm down a little bit of nerves, if you've been dealing with loss of confidence, anxiety about riding for any period of time, and you just can't seem to get over that struggle, maybe it's related to a fall, or maybe it's just because you haven't ridden for a long time and you've become a parent or a grandparent, you're older now, whatever it is, these things can all start to cause us to feel anxious. And that's where I can help. I have a 30-day one-to-one confidence coaching program. We do it via Zoom. And I'm happy to tell you more about that program. If you'd like my help, just send me a PM and we can set up a time to chat about it. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Please do tag, share, like it, and spread around the information. If you have any area, any topic you'd like me to cover in a future live, pop it below or send me a PM and I will add it to my list. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next live.